Hey Krishna Maharaj, I hope you are feeling better. Here, Maharaj.
Maharaj, you're muted.
And now I am unmuted. I am using Abhishek Singh's cell phone, how do you call it? Galaxy speakers. You like my monkeys? Like me, like my monkeys.
Okay, well, Hare Krishna, everyone. It's 8 o'clock. So today we're going to do things a little different. We're going to start with the lecture or the class first,
Yeah.
then do the kirtan at the end. And so we're fortunate enough to have His Holiness Hanuman Krishna Maharaj join us again. Welcome back, Maharaj, and we're happy to have you.
Well, welcome down here to Santa Eulalia, near Lima, Peru. Okay, can you be my chief guest?
Sure, Maharaj.
Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Gopi Jana Ballabha Girivaradari.
Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari.
Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Randana.
Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Randana.
Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Randana.
Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Shishi Radha Madhava Asta Saki Ki Jai. Chaitanya Chandraya Mandira Ki Jai. Can I share my screen?
I think you should be able to, Matt, if you'll just give it a try.
Okay, little green button.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there we go. Okay. Can you see Hanuman offering respects to Sita?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You see this arm bracelet?
Yeah.
That's where we want to fit. We want to fit right there. We want to be a little jewel, and we want to glorify Hanuman's speech. Jai! Haribo. Okay. On to my next lunacy. Okay. Can you see my monkey and piggy?
Yes, Maharaj.
No. So this is our Sankirtan, Diary of a Traveling Creature, the Ultimate Trip, 2021 September 26th through 2022. Okay, got to change that. October 27th. So this is the PowerPoint we made up for our director, Raul Zavalos, and our director of photography, Paulo Riveras, both very professional. And it's coming along nicely. And basically, we have about over 100 hours of professional recordings. The idea is to edit those into about 45 minutes, of a movie. We'll talk. And so, they're looking for an introduction, everything else. So here's the. It's going to start off with this, with maybe some kind of classical music, and which go to the next page then, which has automatic graphics. Naradeva Tamapanaha Surakarya Chikirshaya Samudra Nigrahadini Chakri Viryanyata Param. Okay. So we're looking for monkeys to join the choir. And if there are any monkeys in the monkey burrow, then this is how it'll start. It'll start off with this very mysterious chanting in the background with a choir of hundreds and thousands of Sanskritists. So we can all chant together now. You can keep your microphones closed so we don't overload the bandwidth. 1, 2, 3, 3 times. Naradeva tvam apanaha surya karya chikirshaya samudra nigrahadani chakre virya ataparam. Again. Naradeva tvam apanaha surya karya chikirshaya samudra nigrahadani chakre virya ataparam. Once more. The demigods are listening. Naradevatam apanaha surakarya chakirshaya samudra nigrahadani chakrevyani ataparam. Oh, chief guest, can you read the translation?
In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Ram. In order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods, he exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist, King Ravan, who was on the other side of the sea.
Okay, now you got to say it again as if it's going down for Stanley Kubrick in 2001 Space Odyssey. Use your legal voice.
Okay. In the 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Ram. In order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods, he exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist King Ravan, who was on the other side of the sea.
So of course we're shooting for a Netflix audience. That's Rao, our directors, were being directed to go for Netflix. But something, of course, also has its internal meaning for devotees. And so this is very nice, I think. It's starting off, we're pounding a stake in the ground. Okay, this movie is based upon this book, Srimad Bhagavatam, these scriptures, this ancient culture. And then there's many things in here, of course, a public audience wouldn't know about, but that's okay. So many, science fiction things and everything else, they include unknown ideas and everything else. But the thing is, we're going to explain them all. We're going to show that this is actually reality. Okay, so this is how it's starting off, the name, and then we go with this, kind of like, was it Star Wars and Battle of the Galaxies type thing. Okay, this kind of fades away, and then we have a nice building the bridge. Can you see it?
Yes, Maharaj.
That's quick. Okay. So then we have. So this is the idea. We're giving this to Ral as an idea, and then he can look up different pictures and stuff. But this is it. Okay, on the other side of the ocean, and of course, this communicates to people that this is a very old culture, and also a very broad culture that people took interest in, time and technology. So here we see the monkeys carrying rocks on their heads, carrying rocks on their shoulders, carrying rocks on their bellies. Behind them, Ram. So people have been prescribing to this for many, many years. Well, they were all idiots. They were all savages. Yeah, come on, savages were producing this. They didn't have advantage of modern knowledge, which is very nescient knowledge. Prabhupada especially cites Sanskrit grammar as a response to this argument. Because look, he said, here's a grammar, which it takes 12 years to learn the basic grammar. And after, of course, that you learn poetics and everything else, Alankar, so many things. And of course, your grammar is how you can organize your thoughts, how you can organize your communication. And so it's very sophisticated grammar and very, very long. Sentences the size of paragraphs of modern people. These could not have been stupid people. And they definitely could have developed all this particular electronic and high metal technology. That's what we're proud of, using high metal technology. Your people are very good metal workers. Then D'Orian said, your guys And what are cell phones? What are computers? What is this stuff? All this stuff is very high-tech metal work, you know, with some chemistry, very metallic, mechanistic chemistry. So the people are appreciating the story in great depth from a different perspective. Okay. So you want to communicate that in images to people's Baba. You know, the movie goes on then. We are Tom Brown and Buck White. We are the traveling creatures. And this is our diary. Diary of a traveling creature. Of course, we have appeared in different forms and different moods in different times and places and circumstances, even in these current diary pages. Yeah. Yeah. So you see the pictures, chief guest?
Yes, Raj, we can see it.
What do you think of the last one on the bottom right there?
That might be my favorite of this collection.
It's a little, this girl needs a lawyer.
She needs something. She needs help.
Yeah. But it starts off with, okay, where we go here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Journey to the West. Okay. Yeah. Of course, this is, we maybe pull a little bit more on this. Of course, it's the greatest or one of the greatest of all Chinese classics. Yeah. And here we have Monkey, Piggy, and the monk, Tripikata, and Sunday. And they're going to the West. Yeah. See, we think that because India has always been the cultural, ideological, philosophical center. From the West, people are going to the East, and from China and places like that, then they're going to the West to get higher scriptures from Buddha. Basically, what they have, this is during the Tang Dynasty. It's this real story, very nice, you know, award-winning story came out of China describing this. And one monk, apparently very historically, actually left India and gradually went over years, traveling maybe with some followers to China, to India, and then became part of a Buddhist monastery and traveled here and there and collected, you know, shastras and scriptures. And then returned to China, was well received, and was given a monastery under his direction and began to transcribe and translate the text he got. Because basically it appears what they had was a karma kanda. They have Yamaraj in China, just we have in India. And and they had karma kanda, do this, do that, you know, get free from this reaction by doing this and that, get a better future by this and that, give donations to the higher worlds, give donations to the lower worlds for the fire, burn this, burn that. So parallel, you can see it's the same culture. But how to get out of the cycle completely, you know, moksha. So that's where we go from karma kanda to jnana kanda. And that's Buddhism. Buddhism, if it's taken nicely, is not nihilism. You know, it's upadharma. It's leading us to the proper path, right mind, right thinking, right action. Dhyana, introspection. And of course, dhyana is higher aspect of jnana. Jnana. And so that's what Journey to the West is this journey, you know, from this lower level of consciousness, karma kanda, on up to this higher level of consciousness. Okay, next slide. Okay. Monkey and Piggy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Actually, Hanuma Prashak Swami met us in a pharmacy general goods store, bargain books bin in Berkeley, California, about 1986. Here's Hanuma Prashak Swami. we looked at the picture of Prabhupada, and then we tried to stand, I think just like one pace, you know, one step behind where Prabhupada was standing, like that, you know, when he got his picture taken. This is, do you see the chapel Abhishek?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah, this is in Red Square, which is not very big, really. Not very big. It's like maybe the size of a maybe two football stadiums, width and depth. Yeah, and so they seem big when they have big parades there and stuff, but it's not that big. So at one end is Saint Basil's Chapel, and now there's nothing much in it, not very big, but it's very beautiful. And of course, it's a real emblem of Moscow. And the opposite side, covering the entire site, is the Kremlin. And the Kremlin, of course, is a walled, where the mayor lives, the king lives. Many cities have Kremlins. And around the corner is the tomb of the unknown soldier, where they have 4 people or 2 people standing guard 24 hours a day. They take shifts. They don't move. They don't blink. They blink, I guess. And they're trained to be able to keep their minds engaged. They have techniques that they go through mentally, I think, for their shifts, and they be like 3 hours each. In the summer, they come out and wipe their faces in the heat. They just don't move us. They have like flame burning for all the Russians who died in the war with Germany. Yeah. It is a nice picture, black and white, of us looking at something. Hanuman Persakshwami, born January 12, 1948, Guam, Marianas Islands. Graduated first place in psychology from University of California in 1970. Became novice and then life vowed, and then senior monk in Bengali or Chaitanya Vaishnavism, 1974, 1984, 1994. And this is our whole point. We're trying to consolidate ourselves. Everybody, you should start trying to, which suggesting Mother Matcha, start writing things. Yeah. It doesn't matter how well it's written if it has some content. Yeah. I lament so much that I don't know about my parents and what they knew about their parents. I wish I'd had more intelligence in our family and had written nice biographies and stuff. And so this is our consolidation. Who are we? Okay. Yeah. And even this name, who are we? Well, we are Bengali or Chaitanya Vaishnavas. And that's what the Harvard School of Divinity would call us. But Time magazine in the 1960s, the hippie era, called us the Hare Krishna movement. Oh, okay. Who are you? Are you Hare Krishna? Well, yeah, according to the Time magazine 19 hippie era, we're Hare Krishnas. Yeah. So yeah, we're Hare Krishna. But if you want to look at Harvard University, then it would be Chaitanya or Bengali Vaishnavas. From the beginning of his monastic life, he was very much attracted and involved in building bridges, attracted to and involved in building bridges between East and West, Hamlet and Arjuna, Carl Jung and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, classical epic literature, science and the Vedas. How's that? Chief guest, chief critic. Is it a kind of clear?
Yes, Maharaj. Very clear.
What do you see in the pictures down below?
Down below looks like, so of course, of Arjun and Lord Krishna speaking, and I would assume the other one is the Hamlet as well.
It's maybe a little better. It's actually there are better one. This is Hamlet with the skull. Alas, poor Yorkle, I knew him well. Yeah. And where's the skull? There's the skull down there. Yeah. So there are better ones actually with it in his hand like that. Because here Krishna is talking to Arjuna, then we'll have Hamlet talking to the skull. Yeah. We got continuity here. This is like, looks like maybe Hanuman Persakshwami sat down. Who's under Hanuman Persakshwami there?
That's Albert Einstein.
We got it. Okay. And we got a little carpet here to sit on. Yeah. So it's the kind of thing that it's nice if people watch the movie and then, a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, watch it again. They're taking notes and picking up details. You kind of need that. You need kind of stuff where people feel they got it, but this is I can look at it again with more depth. This thing has depth, maybe 3 levels. Hanuman Persakshwami will join us on this trip. We are looking for Sita Devi. She has been kidnapped by Ravana, the evil culture of modern scientific materialism. Now we want to say scientific materialism, or we want to say industrialization. This is very, we've got it very, very clearly. See what I'm trying to find some way of putting Ravana into a, cultural perspective, ideological perspective. So I would say it's Prabhupada, of course, was very, very much attacking at scientific materialism. That's not bad, but also, what they call Eisenhower attacked the military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex. So it's kind of finding some good words there. People have some suggestions. Down below, this monk says, "You join us too. Lima, Peru, Houston, Nashville, USA, Madrid, Spain, and Kolkata, Delhi, Braj." Okay. So I think that's everything. If you notice here, finishing off Lima, and we have so many things to work out. I got to actually hope the visa worked out so they don't lock me up, or something. But if all works out well, then we'll be leaving as scheduled with our ticket on 7th March. We'll be here. We have our calendar. It's in the copy Dwaja. And Jagat Guru came with his mother Carolyn, and the two little girls, and they're staying in the bungalow, which is an apartment with a separate entrance. They're very happy. Nice little rooms, and place to play, and we're accommodating the kids. And the kids, of course, are animating, and they're crying half the time and laughing half the time. And they're getting a little bit of rain now. We've got to be careful, but it's okay. It's plants and stuff. So we're telling us, this is what's going to happen. So basically, we'll be here until the last week in February. So we're looking at just about 4 or 5 more weeks. And Jagat Guru will stay for maybe 3 more weeks. And then Kunja Bihari, who's a full doctor, an Ayurvedic doctor, another guy, will be coming from Peru, Argentina. Another devotee from Argentina, Adiagna. They'll overlap a couple days. And then we'll start packing when they come, because they're going to take us a lot of times, start taking all the stuff we've assembled here and moving it, distributing it, breaking down stuff. And then we'll go to the beach, I think. We're checking it out. Where Mother Palika, she has a house, her family has a house on the beach. Maybe like 3 blocks from the beach, 2 blocks from the beach, bigger place. So the last 2 weeks, we can just stay there and isolated, and we're going to do some more filming. Raul and Powell want to catch this, the integration. We've arrived in Lima, we're leaving Lima. Many, many nice things. They're beginning to become excited and think about, we can take a picture of Maharaj here with that. And we got 2 puppets now, really good hand puppets. They go from your hand down to your elbow, and they have 2 rods to control the hands, and we're getting used to those. Devotee in Santiago, Chile made them, Monkey and Piggy, and they're good. They're really expressive and nice and big. So we're learning how to use those. And in this introduction, when we show the different forms we've taken at different ages, we'll also toss in a clip. And we can be very, very short. I am Tom Brown, Monkey. I am Buck White. He is Buck White, Piggy. So it can be this Tom Brown, Buck White. You got to get it. It can be a very short video clip, which can go into the PowerPoint show. And then also I have little finger puppets of them. So all those can be used. That's a point, we can use all those. And you see, this is a movie. Everybody's invited to join us on our boat. You see our boat down here. Yeah. I'm learning how to draw a boat. It's pretty simple. Oh yeah, then we also got to show the handwritten diaries of a traveling preacher, include those in the different forms. And that's kind of it. You see, we got a basis. And then the 100 hours that we've done, for example, we had interviews with different people, Radhika Raman. We had dialogues. Radhika Raman did some dialogues online with Miguel Polo and philosophers, Peruvian philosophers. And those are already starting to be edited into the movie. So we have over 100 hours, but some of those will say, and we also had very, very nice, Hanuman Prasak Swami did wonderful presentations on science, the Vedas, Hamlet and Arjuna. So in the movie, those can just be like clips, like turning the pages. This will all be turning the pages of the diary. We can go back to previous pages. We can, turn the pages, and then people will get the links then. Oh, okay. other stuff is there. Well, but when will we work on this? Well, when we're in the borough. Yeah. So March 7th, hopefully we arrive in USA. And March 17th is Gaur Purnima. So we'll do a lot of filming and interviews in Houston when we're there. And the initiations, maybe Dr. Jason, maybe. And then a nice family, Indian family. And maybe some other things, second initiations, whatever. You know, we'll see. They're really helping us. They're saying, stay longer, make Houston your base. Okay, no. Yeah, Houston is our office. Yeah, Nashville is our base. Okay. So anyway, I got a ticket. We take off the 19th, and Don will pick us up at the airport. He owes us one. I think it's a Saturday or something. You know. And so hopefully then we hope to, get back to 902 Hillcrest. And we forgot to hook the trickle charger up. So we don't have to we get in the first couple of days, we'll be just experiencing a bicycle reality the first couple of days. And then so we arrive on the 19th, and we already have a ticket then on the 7th. So that's like 11, that's 18 days, okay. 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And then everybody can go to on Alihiant. So only $75 round trip, direct flight from Nashville to Richmond. And of course, we have a very nice connection there. And by then they should have a certificate to open a new temple. We've been giving them advice for that. In Hartford, there's a new temple. In Richmond, there's a new temple. And you can see, this is what we're going to show. We're going to show, South America has people, personal connections with philosophers and this kind of stuff. North America is good for machines, technology. Yeah. No time, a lot of money. So they need handicrafts and artists and stuff in South America. If you have any requests, tell us, because we're going to be, buying local stuff, and if we can buy some more cloth. But if Vishaka wants it, we can bring another roll of Peruvian cloth and Andean cloth. And of course, we have so many things, handicrafts. We really want to work with Krishna culture in Dallas and they can start importing stuff regularly. Because this is what they can do here. They can make beautiful. We want to make Anjana Sudha Academy t-shirts, shorts, and bags. Okay, like that. Yeah, and then maybe artisans socks, maybe be that with our logos, and then the bags. Because you need books. Book bag. Every devotee should have a book bag. So when you meet people, you have books ready to go out. And business cards. So you can whoever you meet, you can get them involved in the search. Where is Sita? Where is Sita? We have a message from Ram. What is the message? What is the ring? Upadeshamrita. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of a little bit of where we're going. And then we'll come back on the 17th back to there'll be a Ram Navami festival. So we should be able to have a nice big festival there. And anybody in the East Coast want to visit us, stay, do programs, and inspire them, to start making their movies, to start promoting their community, whatever they have. Different people have different nature, different ability. They're right there in the middle of the political world of Washington, D.C. and Richmond are almost brothers and sisters. And of course, there's the College of William and Mary, and Radhika should be coming also. Okay, so we can go on interviewing him some more. We can flip back to the interviews we did in Peru, do flashbacks, and include those in developing more with him on this line. And then we go back to Nashville. And that's when we're hoping that Dr. Jason, by then initiated, can come on up and stay with us from April 17th, maybe until May 17th, something like that, maybe 1 month, maybe 5 weeks. And he can be there with us and, get to know the whole community and everything else. He's a real nice guy. He works with Krishna culture, very active, very intelligent. So maybe again, he can make, Nashville one of his. My idea is that we should have a university, in Nashville, ISKCON University in Nashville, like the Christians do. And then we can do a promotion and production down in Houston. Okay, yeah, Dallas, Texas. Yeah. And then we'll go out then to by then Alihiant should have a seasonal ticket available for $108 round trip from Nashville to Boise. Anybody wants to visit us? Okay. And Radhika, of course, will be free then. Maybe we'll stay there like 3 weeks. In the first week of June, then we would have a, what do you call it? An education symposium, education with ISKCON, with the Ministry of Education. We'll do a preliminary one while we're in Houston, and a big one there, and different people coming, presenting and broadcasting and inviting people from outside communities. And then fly back. The Shinga Chaturdashi is in there somewhere. Fly back. And so then maybe the first week in June, until something about maybe in 5 weeks, maybe Jason can come again. And then idea is we could all go together to Spain if you want to join us. We'll visit Europe. We'll see the Pope. We'll see Shonu Shambhashini. And we'll see Miguel Cervantes and Don Quixote, ISKCON Madrid. And then on to India for Kartik. Calcutta will be received by the governor of West Bengal, Dr. Samaresh. And by then, it looks like a lot of people want to sign up. So from South America, they may come and spend 1 week in Spain and 3 weeks in India. I'm telling everybody it should be 10 days in Spain and maybe a little bit longer, Okay, Calcutta, Manipur, Delhi, Raja. And finishing off in Radhakund on Kartik Purnima, with devotees playing flutes at midnight, the turtles swimming in beautiful circles. So this is our movie and our idea. Anybody have any comments or anything? Oh yeah, here it is. Please join us. And if you watch carefully, when it is over, you will be a different person. So, chief guest, now please make your comments on behalf of anybody else first. Questions, comments, complaints?
So Maharaj, you started off saying that the purpose is to find Sita or release Sita from Ravan, the material, whatever the term you use, Maharaj. But how the Deshamrita will become vehicle of that, Maharaj?
Because Hanuman delivers the ring to Sita, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that ring in ISKCON, that ring is the Upadeshamrita.
Can you elaborate on that, Maharaj?
Yes, sir. Here's the Upadeshamrita. We got it. We're presenting it. It is a summary and an introduction to the entire Bhaktivedanta library. Sita is the pure, motivated, honest soul in the heart of so many people, everybody actually, who wants to serve Ram, but is especially trapped by the Rakshashi ideas of Kali Yuga. We have to fight Maya in the area of culture. So why are people trapped? Because they have all these ideas that have just infested their minds and their hearts. They don't believe them deep in heart, but in those higher levels, they're trapped. They've been kidnapped, maybe by making their own mistakes and pride or things like that. And so the Bhaktivedanta library is the army with Ram, with we call it Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, cantos 1 through 12, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna book. Yeah, okay, this will fight with all of these ideas. But Ram, but the representative of Ram is his ring, Upadeshamrita. And here we are. Then people can look at that and say, yes, I see, this is nice. Oh, goes all the way to conjugal love. Oh, okay. So here's my check. Please take my order back to the BBT for a full set. So the check is Madhurasita Sikamani. And the conclusion of returning to the BBT and then them giving us a big embrace and saying, thank you for selling our books. How's that? Is that a good elaboration?
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, so now you got to carry Upadeshamrita with you wherever you go, and you got to be looking for Sita.
And we are reading nowadays the Upadeshamrita, where in text 3, Tandiga Prabhu is enlightening us.
Oh my goodness. Of course, we have we finished off our Tava Pache Pache. Okay, so I can try and send you as soon as possible our Tava Pache Pache, which is our study
That will
guide.
be, yes, yes,
It's
Maharaj.
ready.
I have the old one. The new one
Oh,
will
but
be.
this is the complete one with everything else. We got it. And then we need, what you can do is you can then give us a criticism of it.
Okay.
This is the review version. Okay, I'm gonna make a note right now. I'm taking my pen. Okay, okay. Tava Pache Pache to NGD / Radhanadabar Sangha.
Thank you, Maharaj. That will be very helpful.
Oh my goodness!
Maybe
Yeah, I mean,
we
your
can
help.
visit the first and second words too.
Ah, yeah. Wow. When is, I don't know when is Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when is the anniversary? I think I will be gone. I guess probably we'll be doing that in Madrid this year. The birthday party for Upadeshamrita. Everybody has to go to Madrid. Who's here? Here there is Tanu Darshana K. Desai, Vivek Narayan.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I have a question. So
Oh.
here is they said.
By the way, it's very warm here. We have mangoes and sitafal.
Maharaj, we got from Siam's Club, we got some Peruvian mangoes and Peruvian what do you call grapes. So we're enjoying them too over here.
Oh, the grapes are from Chile.
Where did you get that?
In Sam's Club.
We got some from Ecuador. Those were really good too. Really good. Almost like India.
It's this whole area, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, is called Merco Andenan. It's a very, very nice collective zone. The word Ecuador, of course, comes from equator. And so that nation, small nation like Vermont, exists right on the equator. And practically speaking, the entire population of the planet Earth could stay there and produce enough food. You know, if it would just be simple. That's how few people there are on the face of the earth. That's how much we're mismanaging the resources. It's like, Bengal, three harvests a year. If you know what you're doing, you can just live off the stuff you can pick off the trees in the jungle. There's only 2 seasons in Ecuador. Do you know what they are?
Summer.
Summer and spring. Yeah. Summer, spring, summer, spring, summer, spring, summer. Or you can also summer, fall, whatever. But they have no knowledge of winter. They just don't know what it is. They hear about it, but it's just, we hear about some people are condemned. They live where there's snow and, 8-foot tall bears running around trying to eat them. Yeah. Questions? So basically, yeah. How do I make my screen? How do I get a full screen version of this? Click down.
Mr. Chairman, bro, you didn't ask the question, did you?
Yeah, I have a question, Maharaj. It says atheist King Ravan. So, I mean, is he atheist because he doesn't believe in like Ram? Because in the beginning, he did get his powers from Brahma. And then he was the devotee of Shiva. So, I mean, then he became atheist later on, or was he atheist from the beginning?
This is a very nice question. Thank you. Very inspiring. Sometimes you get stupid questions. Wish we didn't go to that group. I mean, you can, as always, you can either, if people are less than you are, then you serve them by being merciful. If people are more advanced than you are, you serve them by listening. Okay. This is our database offline because you won't go fast enough. We go to first canto. We go to Krishna is the source of all incarnations. And I think Narada, Narayan, where's Kapila? Where's Ram? Atri, Ruchi, Rishabdev, Prithu. Where's Ram? Nishingadev, Vamana. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. So looking for the Sanskrit here. Okay, we'll try Control plus. Yeah. Nara Deva Tvam Apanaha, having assumed the form, Sura, the demigods, Karya, Chakir Shaya, for purpose performing, Samudra, Nigra Adani, Chakre, Viryani, Taparam. So Ravana is not mentioned in the actual translation. Yeah. And even the ocean is there, purport. The personality of Godhead, Rama, assumed the form of a human being, appeared on the earth for the purpose of doing some pleasing work for the demigods. Sometimes great demons and atheists like Ravana and others become very famous due to advancing material civilization by the help of material science. So right here is material science, okay. And other activities with the spirit of challenging the established order of the Lord. Planets, okay. For example, the attempt to fly to other planets by material means is a challenge to the established order. If God wanted men to fly, he would have given them wings. The conditions in each and every planet are different. Different classes of people live there. Ravana was one of them and wanted to deport ordinary people to the planet of heaven, Indra, without consideration of necessary qualifications. Okay, wanted to build a staircase to heaven. Okay, he also wanted to, he even challenged the authority of Ram, the personality of God, and kidnap Sita. So this purport, of course, can be made available to our audiences. Of course, Ram came to chastise the atheists, answering the prayers and desires of the demigods. He therefore took up the challenge. Atheists, because I think the thing is that people who worship Brahma and Shiva and stuff, they generally, there's one idea basically that by sufficient pious activities, I can eventually acquire the post of Brahma. And by also by my own work. This, of course, is Mayavad, or also it's in the Christian tradition, it's called Manichaeists. The Manichaeists were competitors with the Christians. And this was their idea, that just by performing the karma and the rules and regulations that exist in the universe, you can then acquire any post. So that even Vishnu acquired his position by following the rules and regulations. So they are atheists, impersonalists, Mayavadis. Does that help give some perspective on your inquiry?
I have to think about it, Maharaj.
Yeah. So because he didn't believe, he wasn't a monotheist, I don't think he ever believed that Brahma, was the supreme Lord, or that Shiva was the supreme Lord. It's like even Narada Muni, when Narada Muni is talking to Brahma in the first canto, what does he say? Nice dialogue. That's the second canto. Second canto. Yeah, second canto is chapter 5, 6, 7. Then the smart Bharas Parika says, okay, I want to hear more. Okay, then Sukadeva Goswami says, okay, I'll tell you how Narada heard this from Brahma. And it says that Narada, looking at Brahma, said, oh, my dear father, you hold the entire universe in your hand like a walnut. But I see you doing austerities to please someone above you. So is there somebody above you? So at least Narada Muni is indicating this in the beginning, that Narada Muni wasn't a monotheist. He wasn't convinced that there was that the absolute, because we have a solution, right? A solvent. With a solvent, you can dissolve something, but there are some things that are absolute. It cannot be dissolved. So the absolute truth is a person. This is monotheism. If you don't believe this, you are an atheist.
Yeah, I thought he worshipped Brahma and Shiva to gain his powers. So I thought maybe he's a theist in that regard.
Yeah, but maybe then a pantheist, because that's the word Prabhupada uses in second canto, first chapters. As I said, the first step in God realization, which is pantheism, Virat Rup. Okay, so yeah. So, but behind Shiva and Brahma is the Virat Rup. and I also can acquire the same powers they did. Because specifically, it's true. Indra becomes afraid because by austerities, people can take his position. And Brahma, I don't know if Brahma ever becomes afraid or not, but but by this your work, you can take the post of Brahma. Well, why not Shiva also?
All right, thank you, Maharaj.
Thank you. Who is the Yamadutas? When they came back to Yamaraj, they were so angry that they wanted to commit suicide. They were angry at Yamaraj. We're putting it in modern drama. They're coming back to Yamaraj, and they're humble, but we call it, they're submissive to some degree, but at the same time they're angry, and they're saying, just how many damn controllers are there in this universe anyway? Like that. And he says, hey, calm down, guys, calm down. What happened? And they tell him, and he said, look, I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. Oh, no, you're the boss. You're my Guru Dev. I don't have to listen to anybody else. No, there's above me, there's somebody else. Yeah. Well, so anybody else have any questions, comments, complaints, or something else? Okay, want to thank everybody. There's Meena Singh, Sanjay Singh, Kumar Abhishek, Nirja Singh, Radha Balabadas, Abhay Narayan. Okay, so people were looking at Sadhguru here. Some of his advice, and then what's the name? Jagaguru. He's a candidate. He's being promoted from South America as a candidate for the board of directors. Like that. And everybody wants to meet with Abhishek Singh because he said last weekend he was going to finish off the minutes of the meeting. Like that. Did you get it done? Did you almost get it done?
Almost got it done, Raj.
Okay, that's close. That's close.
Finish it up tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. That's the thing, because I mean, if you take a test and you're 60% failing, but you only get 45 points. Hey, but that's better than nothing. 0, you don't know how much you know, but at 45% you know. Okay. I mean, we're honestly speaking, I can say that life will go on without Neos. Life will go on without this body, so to speak. Life will go on without America. If there's a nuclear war, we'll still go on. We'll chant Hare Krishna. I was always thinking there was a big nuclear disaster. If I was in Murfreesboro, I'd get in my car and drive over to Nitai or some Radhanath bars. We call sit on the front lawn and chant Hare Krishna and show everybody how to die. Drink water from the river and eat leaves. Yeah. It always goes on. Brahman, no? Yeah. Greek philosopher said, if my boat sinks, it's just to another ocean. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, we're down here in Neos in South America. Latin America is doing well and wants to promote these programs and many different ideas. It's a wonderful vehicle to see what Ramgiri Dari is. Ramgiri Dari, are you here? Is he here? He's not here. Okay. When are we gonna? Okay. Let's work out then. A little bit later we can talk, because I'm getting a rhythm. What I did was basically I slept from like 2 o'clock until 6 o'clock today or something. Now I'm kind of awake. It's also a Ekadasi too. We'll stay up all night. So thank you all very much. Shri Radha Ballabha. So many people, so many friends.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay, we're on the way. We'll see you at March 19th.
Oh, you're
Hare
coming to
Krishna.
Miami, Maharaj?
Thank you.
Huh?
Are you coming to Miami, Maharaj?
No. We're going to see you in the borough.
Oh, okay.
Murfreesboro. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you.
Uh,
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for coming.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Okay, so We'll move on to the next part of our program. Shivada Valla Prabhu.
We got only, I think, 11 minutes. So what is the plan? So
Today is Ekadashi, so I think we can go a little longer. Let's finish 10 minutes kirtan. And who's chanting?
Mati Nandan, I think, is Darshana Auntie.
And okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
and then the Ekadashi song too. Okay.
So, okay, 10 minutes kirtan?
Mhm.
Okay. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Pachatya Desatarine
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Natvar Radhe.
Jaya Radha Natvar Radhe.
Jaya Radha Natvar Radhe.
Jaya Radha Natvar Radhe.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Darshanti, Yashomati Nandan.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Yashomati Nandana Brajavaranagar Gokula Ranjana Kana
Yashomati
Nandana Brajavaranagar Gokula Ranjana Kana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Gopi Paranadhana Madana Manohara Kaliya Damana Vidana Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Amala Harinam Amiya Vilasa Vipina Purandana Navina Nagaravara Vansivadana Suvasa Vipina Purandara Navina Nagaravara Vansivadana Suvasa Brajajana Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakvala Palana Surakula Nasana Nanda Godana Rakvala Govinda Madhava Navnita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala Govinda Madhava Navnita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala यमुना तट कर गोपी वसन हर रास रसिक कृप माया
यमुना
तट पर गोपी वसन हर रास रसिक कृप माया श्री राधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटवर भक्ति विनोदाश्रय
Shri Radha Vallabha Vrindavan Natavar Bhakti Vinodasa Haya
श्री राधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटवर भक्ति विनोदाश्रय
Shri Radha Vallabha
वृंदावन
Vrindavan
नटवर
Natavar Bhakti Vinodasa Haya
यशोमती नंदन ब्रजवर नागर गोकुल रंजन काना
Yasomati Nandana Bhajana
नागर गोकुल
Gokula
रंजन
Ranjana
काना. Translation. Lord Krishna is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the transcendental lover in the land of Vraj, the delight of Gokul, Kana, a nickname of Krishna, the wealth of the lives of the gopis. He steals the mind of even Cupid and punishes the Kaliya serpent. These pure holy names of Lord Hari are full of sweet nectarian pastimes. Krishna is the Lord of the 12 forests of Vraj. He is ever youthful and is the best of lovers. He is always playing on a flute and he is an excellent dresser. Krishna is the protector of the inhabitants of Vraj, the destroyer of various demonic dynasties, the keeper and tender of Nand Maharaj's cows, the giver of pleasure to the cow's land, spiritual senses, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the butter thief, and the beautiful cowherd boy of Nand Maharaj. Krishna wanders along the banks of the river Yamuna. He stole the garments of the young damsels of Vraj who were bathing there. He delights in the mellows of the Ras dance. He is very merciful, the lover and beloved of Srimati Radharani, the great dancer of Vrindavan, the shelter and only refuge of Thakur Bhakti Vinod. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. Mr. Charan Prabhu.
Dashnadi, how is your niece doing?
Much better today. She is responding to the medication well, and she's still in ICU, and she's showing some interest in eating a little bit, but they'll keep her for 4-5 days, I believe.
Good.
Because she has MS, she's more delicate than usual. So
she's in US or India?
no, she's in California, San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very
Thank
good.
you for asking.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shodha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula Shodha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karmula Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karmula Madhavati Thi Bhakati Janani Yatanne Palanakari Madhavati Thi Bhakati Janani Yatanne Palanakari Krishna Vasadi Vasadi Bali Parama Adare Vari Krishna Vasadi Vasadi Bali Parama Adare Vari Gaura Amade Sabsthane Karala Brahmana Range Gaura Amade Sabsthane Karala Brahmana Range Jai Sabsthana Hari Bo Ami Pranay Bhagata Sange Jai Sabsthana Pranai bhakate sange, Mridangavada sunit manna avasa sadayate. Mridangavada sunit manna avasa sadayate. Gauravita kirtana sunne ananda hridaya nache. Gauravita kirtana sunne ananda hridaya nache. Yugala murti dekhiya mora parama ananda haya. Yugala murti dekhiya mora parama ananda haya. Prasada seva karit hoya sakala prapancha jaya. Prasada seva karit hoya sakala prapancha jaya. Jadi nagri hai bhajan dekhi grihate golok bhana. Jadi nagri hai bhajan dekhi grihate golok bhana. Charana Siddhu dekhiya Ganga Sukha Nasima Paya. Charana Siddhu dekhiya Ganga Sukha Nasima Paya. Tulasi dekhi judaya prana Madhava toshani jana. Tulasi dekhi judaya prana Madhava toshani jana. Gaur priya shaka sevane jivana sarthaka mani. Gaur priya shaka sevane jivana sarthaka mani. Bhakti vino Krishna bhajne anukul paja. Bhakti vino Krishna bhajne anukul paja. Prati divase param sukhe svikar karayeta. Prati divase param sukhe svikar karayeta. Shuddha bhakata charana renu bhajana anukulam. Shuddha bhakata charana renu bhajana anukulam. Dust from the lotus feet of pure devotees. Dust from the lotus feet of pure devotees is conductive to the devotional service, while service to the Vaishnavas is itself the supreme perfection and the root of the tender creeper of the divine love. I observe with great care the holy days like Ekadasi and Janmashtami, for they are mother of devotion. As my dwelling place, I choose with the greatest of reverence and love the transcendental abode of Sri Krishna. All those places where my Lord, the God Sundar, travel for pastimes, I will visit in the company of loving devotees. My mind always begs for the opportunity to hear the music of the mridanga. Upon hearing the kind of kirtan ordained by Lord Gautama, my heart dances in ecstasy. By holding the deity forms of the divine couple Sri Radha Krishna, I feel the greatest joy. By honoring the Lord Prasad, I conquer over all worldly illusions. Guru Vrindavan appears in my home whenever I see the worship and service of Lord Hari going on there. Upon seeing the Ganges, which is a river of nectar emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord, my happiness knows no bounds. The sight of the holy Tulsi tree soothes my soul, for I know she gives pleasure to Lord Krishna. By honoring Sak, a dear favorite of Lord Chaitanya, I consider life worthwhile. Whatever Bhakti Vinoda obtains that is conductive for the service of Sri Krishna, he accepts every day with the greatest of joy. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. So can I get a volunteer to sing the Nishinga prayer?
She will sing it.
Perfect. So we'll dedicate this to Lopa and her speedy recovery. Hopefully she'll get out of the ICU quickly.
Thank you.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladadadayine. Praladadadayine. Hiranyakashipurvaksha. Hiranyakashipurvaksha. Shilata Dankana Kalae Srila Dankana Kalae Ito Narsingo Parato Narsingo Ito Narsingo Parato Narsingo Yato Yato Yamitato Narsingo Yato Yato Yamitato Narsingo Hare Narsingo Hridaye Narsingo Hare Narsingo Hridaye Narsingo Narasinga Madim Sharanam Prabhade Narasinga Madim Sharanam Prabhade Savakara Kamala Vari Nakam Shinga Lalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvenga Keshavadita Narahadi Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Kavakara Kamalambare Nakamal Buddha Singha Alidai Rajarajur Tanu Bringa Keshamalita Narari Rupane Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Narasingadev, Jaya Narsingadev, Jaya Narasingadev, Jaya Narasingadev, Jaya Pralamara, Jaya Pralamara, Jaya Pralamara, Jaya Pralamara, Jaya Pralamara, 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 Jaya Pralamara, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
Okay, so that concludes this evening's program. If everyone will go ahead and unmute themselves, we'll recite the Vaishnava Pranam prayer.
Vanchakalpatrupayasha kripa sindhuvaiva cha patitanam
Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavabhyo
Vaishnavabhyo
namo
Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.